"How you feeling about this one?" Worthy drawled beside me. "Peachy," I casually replied, speaking over the hum of the twin engines outside our plane. "After the last few months without a job, I was afraid we wouldn't make it out the door again before my contract was up." "Yeah?" "Sure. And besides, when has anything gone wrong during one of our missions?" Worthy examined my face, his own features an eerie crimson mask in the nighttime cabin lighting. Then he said, "When hasn't something gone wrong?" Ian must have heard us, because a moment later his helmet appeared as he leaned forward from his canvas drop seat to add his 2 cents. "Or," Ian proposed, raising his voice enough to be heard, "to put a finer point on it, when hasn't almost everything gone wrong?" I raised a fist, slowly extending my middle finger. Taking the hint, Ian sat back to expose our medic seated beside him. The fact that Riley wasn't sleeping on infill was fairly well indicative that he too was on edge, and his words a moment later confirmed it. "I'd say the stakes are a bit higher than we're used to. So far, none of our missions have involved the risk of getting mauled by a leopard or getting our arms ripped off by a gorilla." Cancer's face appeared beside him, half lit by the red lights. "As long as we don't run into any cobras, who cares?" "Just cobras?" Ian asked. "What about the mambas and vipers? Because there's plenty of both where we're headed." "Fuck off," Cancer shot back. I smiled politely, folding my hands over my chest. "See?" I returned my gaze to Worthy. "The guys are all optimistic enough. Everything's going to be fine. Besides, you look great in your current getup. They should make a G.I. Joe action figure out of you. I'd buy it. Think of the royalties to supplement your contractor pay." "I hate you sometimes, you know that? I feel ridiculous." I smirked and admitted, "If we're being honest, so do I." We wore rugged civilian hiking clothes in drab monotone colors that didn't blend in with the jungle quite as nicely as camouflage, but they were sufficient to provide some level of visual discretion while cultivating the appearance of adventure tourists if we were spotted during daylight hours. That was, however, where the concessions to discreet appearance ended. Our true intentions were betrayed by everything else we currently wore. MC-6 main parachutes tightly packed into bulky containers on our backs, with T-11 reserve parachutes across our abdomens. The tightly adjusted harnesses were uncomfortable under the best of circumstances, and less so when a modular weapons case was suspended from your left side, stuffed with a suppressed rifle in addition to a tactical vest with ammunition, grenades, medical kit, and radio. The coup de grace to the entire configuration was the heavy civilian hiking packs secured to our harnesses by virtue of a quick-release system, and currently pressing down on our thighs as we sat on the aircraft's canvas fold-out seats. And if the collective weight of all this equipment wasn't sufficient to motivate us to exit the aircraft in the most expeditious manner possible, then the fact that we all had to piss like racehorses after gearing up over 3 hours ago in Burundi most certainly was.